This episode is brought to you by SmartVestor. Connect with an investing pro near you at RamseySolutions.com/SmartVestor.
Alice is up in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Alice, how can we help you today?
Hello. Thank you so much for taking my call. My question is, does it make more sense to contribute money to a spousal Roth IRA or continue doing what I'm doing, which is currently setting money aside in an emergency fund and other expected expenses such as vacation, maybe a future car purchase, etc. My husband's going to continue working for about another 10 months to 12 months.
Okay, so this is you planning for retirement.
Yes.
Okay. How old are you guys?
I'm 65. My husband is 64. I retired in 2015 to take care of my mother, and then I took care of my sister who had early onset Alzheimer's. And so I've been out of the workforce for quite a while.
Okay. And so tell me what you guys have so far in retirement.
Together, we have about $1.5 million in 401ks, 403bs, Roths, and my husband has a PSP.
Okay. And is there anything else? Tell me about your other assets. Do you own your own home? Do you still have a payment? Tell me about that.
Our home is paid off. Our vehicles are paid off. My car is a 2012, and I don't have to have a brand new car. That's not my thing. I'd rather not have a payment, but I know that I might have to purchase a car in the future, so that's one of the things that I plan on setting money aside for as well.
Okay.
And otherwise, we have minimal credit card debt, and we pay groceries, utilities, cable, internet, our phones, and that's pretty much it.
Okay, got it. What's the home worth?
In our area, probably about $350,000.
Okay, good. Now, what's your husband work? You said he's working 10 to 12 more months. What's he earn?
He currently earns about $80,000 annually, and so we've worked really, really hard to pay down debt. And I've been doing the spousal Roth contributions, and I've currently stopped. I don't always have the money to do that, but my thinking was, does it make more sense to contribute to the Roth since he's going to be off work in about 10 to 12 months when he retires? Or do I just keep putting money away? And what I do, and I know this is probably something that you're not going to agree with, but I have little envelopes, in other words, little buckets, and I put money aside for an emergency fund. I currently have $10,500 set aside in the emergency fund.
Okay, good.
And then if things get better in Israel, that would be kind of our dream vacation, is to go to Israel.
Okay.
And
so
we're
for vacation
money
funds,
aside for that.
Okay, I'm not mad at that. I'm guessing he's continuing to contribute on his end to a Roth IRA as well. And so the spousal, you're kind of like, do we still need it? I like the idea that you've been saving an emergency fund because you do need some liquid money. We would suggest 6 months of liquid money. It's just good to have there so that you're not having to pull, things out of investment for emergencies and things like that. My framework on this would be you need to be investing at least 15% of the income. That's kind of where we sit. If you're investing 15%, whether it's in Roth IRAs, spousal IRAs, 401ks, wherever you choose, everything else from there on, if you want to save up some more for vacation, if you want to have if it makes you feel comfortable to have a little bit more cash money, I'm not upset with that. You guys are doing really, really well. $1.5 million in retirement, a paid for $350,000 home. I don't think that you can mess this up at this point with the couple of $1,000s that you're talking about here.
Yeah, I agree.
Question for you. So the 1.5 million or so, I felt really comfortable with that. But for the last almost 5 years, things have gotten so much more expensive. And I would like to leave a little inheritance for my kids.
You will.
Okay.
And let me explain that so that you'll understand it. So if you've got 1.5 million here. Let's pretend that the interest on that is about 10 10%, right? That's the compounding growth that's occurring. You could pull $150,000 a year from that and never touch the nest egg, essentially. Does that make sense? Which is more than what your husband earns now. He earns $80,000 a year.
Okay.
So you'll have more than enough to continue to live. Plus, you both will receive Social Security, or at least he will. Do you see what I'm saying? So there's definitely plenty of wiggle room there. You will have plenty to leave to your heirs or anybody that, is going to be a beneficiary on this.
Another question. So the money that I have in the little buckets, I keep, it's not invested. I keep it at home in envelopes in a safe, and you might get mad at me there, but should I be putting that in a high yield savings account like my emergency fund?
That'd be great to do that. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I have cash. I like having cash that I can get to. And I also keep my main emergency fund in a high yield savings account. But that's just because I'm Ken, you don't keep any cash in the house? Oh, okay. You don't keep any cash in the safe? Okay.
You're asking.
I'm just saying, I like to be ready. Like, I got it. I'm like on Jason Bourne. I've got the passports and the cash right there. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I just know there ain't much you can do about it. You could have all that cash and the zombies will still get you,
Oh, my point
I don't worry about it.
My point is, Alice, if, I the 10,000, I would definitely put that in a high yield savings. If it makes you feel better to have a little bit of cash on hand in the house, that's totally fine as well.
The other thing is, like, people come knock on my house, try to take stuff and go, "You're welcome to my shoes." There's a decent amount of money there. But
me too.
There's no safe.
And I just said it live on radio.
What's that?
I just said it live on radio.
That's all right. They don't have your address.
It's okay. We haven't told them who you are. You're going to be okay. But yeah, the answer is yes. Your money is safe.
Yes.
I feel it's very safe. Put it in, a high yield savings. That's the best play. Why not get the money on that?
Yeah, it's got
just
a little bit of
there
interest
in those
on
envelopes.
it.
And so that's why we.
But I love how methodical you are, Alice. Yeah. I just love how she's just been thoughtful about putting it in the envelope, put it to the side.
And you guys are going to be fine. And I love how you walked her through the real numbers there. You know, I think people need to know when you go, what's my number? In other words, what's the nest egg, the retirement nest egg, where I feel like, and I love the exercise where you walk through. And by the way, run the numbers.
Yes.
Run it on a 10%, run it on 8, run it on 6, run it on 4.
Right, run it on 10, and then take out 4% for inflation, right? And then of that is
just
helpful.
Run
to
those
see
numbers so that you can see what it is you need, and you make those adjustments. But you guys are going to be fine. I'm not worried about that at all. But you for real do the whole safe thing?
Look at my face, Ken Coleman.
Okay. Well, I'm not surprised.
I think that, now don't get me wrong, it's not I'm not going against the baby steps. I still do all the things that the baby steps say. It's just in addition to, I feel good knowing, something goes down and you just need to get to you never hear me spin out like this, but something goes down and you just need to get to the airport and get out of the country.
Right.
I'm going to be ready to go.
You are ready. Yeah. You've got a little pack bag in the safe.
There's
all
no
there.
bag. It's just the documents in order.
Gosh. Oh man. I just think about that.
I'm also the person though that when I go out of town, I text my brother and I'm like, here's where the will is, here's where, like, I just prepare in that way.
Yeah. Well, now our whole family knows that. If something were happening, Stacey and I travel and we've got a spot for that. I get that. But in your scenario where you got to get out of town, you realize everyone else is at the airport. So the only thing the cash does is put you at the front of the line for coffee because you're offering more money. It's a disaster by that point.
You're not wrong.